why Fortnite events don't hit the same. Now, we've had a multitude of events in Fortnite, from small to large, from the Pandora's box coming out of the ground to the giant mech versus monster fight. There has been nothing short of a lot of awesome events in Fortnite, and in my opinion, Fortnite events are what made the game what it is, you know, to an extent, obviously, but Fortnite events are what made it what it is today. Now, the story, for the most part, for me in particular, providing reasons for changes on the map and for these events inside of Fortnite made it so much more exciting and made me feel more involved with the community and the game as well, contributing to Fortnite feeling kind of like a breathing, living place, if that makes any sense. Since the end of Chapter 2 of Fortnite, however, these events just haven't felt the same, but why exactly is that? Nowadays in Fortnite, we're lucky to get one mini event every 2 seasons, and that is pretty rare. I mean, in the past couple chapters, we didn't even get mini events. Like, these mini events being kind of customary is very, very new. That's not what we're used to at all. The big events nowadays are left to the very end of the chapter, which is a huge difference from Chapter 1, where we would get huge events almost every single season for the most part. I mean, in Season 6, we had the floating island event with the cube. In Season 7, it was kind of a smaller event, but we had the Ice King make the entire map snow. Season 8, obviously, the volcano event. Season 9, mech versus monster. All of these events were absolutely groundbreaking in the later part of Chapter 1, and that's just not the case anymore. Even the mini events in Chapter 1 were insane, one of them being the birth of Kevin the Cube. I don't know what it is, but I feel like they were trying to kind of replicate that idea with Pandora's box. I mean, obviously Pandora's box doesn't move around the map, but the Kevin the Cube event and the Pandora's box kind of have the same sort of, you know, like vibe, I guess. But the birth of Kevin the Cube will never ever be overtaken by any other mini event. It's just not going to happen. Now, the first reason for why Fortnite events don't hit the same event could just be because they're no longer new to us. The novelty has worn off. We've become kind of numb to these events to an extent, and Fortnite has set such a high standard for themselves that we're often left disappointed more than usual. A great example of this is the Chapter 2 end event was absolutely insane. Like, that was the most insane end event we've probably had in Fortnite, outside of, you know, Chapter 1. But then in the Chapter 3 end event was terrible. I mean, it didn't make any sense. The Herald just kind of like blew up for no reason. The map exploded. And then in that event, it kind of just felt like we were waiting around. You know, there was some interactivity with it, but it was just too much. And that has gone down as one of the worst end events in Fortnite's history. So as you can see there with that example, it's like they set such a high standard for themselves with this crazy event. You know, the map flips over. It was crazy. And then in the next end event, it's just a little bit less. You know, maybe the budget is low, or maybe they have their money set somewhere else, or they just don't want to put as much effort into that. Now, another reason, Fortnite has started focusing the events less on Fortnite's story and more on the metaverse idea. These mini events nowadays are more tailored towards Fortnite's story. I'm not gonna doubt that, especially with Pandora's box and everything. That definitely doesn't have anything to do with Fortnite's metaverse. But the last end event and the one that's coming up soon could just be another sort of advertisement for Fortnite's metaverse, which a lot of people do not like at all. This end event possibly could be metaverse sort of like promotions like they did last time with the Lego rocket racing and festival modes. A lot of people didn't like that, and although there were some storyline elements, it was kind of just a copy and paste of the last event, but they sort of ruined it. They kind of like plastered this new advertisement all over that very iconic event, which a lot of people really did not like, and set the tone, honestly, for a lot of indie events in the future, just kind of being, you know, whatever Fortnite wants to do with this metaverse thing is what they're gonna show us. Now, another big reason for this is that Donald Mustard, I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with that name. He was the ex-chief creative director officer of Epic Games, and he left at the end of Chapter 4, I believe. I believe Chapter 5 was officially no longer anything that he had touched, so he is gone now. And when he did leave Epic Games, he said basically the event team was starting to be needed to work on other stuff, and it was devastating to me because I'm like, this is actually the magic, and not everyone at Epic agrees with that. Donald Mustard was one of the people who kind of curated the ideas for the storyline and for the Fortnite events, and as they started focusing more on the metaverse idea, more and more people from the events department, or whatever they call it in Fortnite, got dragged over to do other things, leading to less people to be able to do these crazy events like he wanted to, which is very unfortunate. unfortunate. But just looking at the latest live event,
it ain't nothing but a Fortnite gangster party.
it's pretty obvious that Fortnite doesn't really necessarily view events like they used to. Obviously, they still care about them because they wouldn't continue doing them if they didn't, but it seems like Fortnite is a bit out of touch with what the Fortnite community wants. If we're gonna have a concert, people want something crazy, something awesome, like the Travis Scott or the Ariana Grande concert, something that we haven't really seen before, and then they don't advertise this other event as a concert, they advertise it as a crazy chapter-ending event like we've had before on a large scale, and it's just us staring at a screen in restored reels, which I've said this before, but I'm gonna say it again, which, as they could probably tell by the failure of Party Royale, nobody really wants to watch that. So it seems like they are a bit out of touch, which that could be another reason why they just don't feel the same. Overall, events clearly do not have the same vibe that they used to. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I don't care about Fortnite events anymore, because I obviously always will. I love this game, and I think they can still do a great job with their events, but they're just not as exciting right now, especially after that last event slash concert. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Do you guys think Fortnite events don't hit the same? What do you guys think about that last event, and what do you guys think about the metaverse being involved in our events? Drop a like on today's video if you did enjoy, subscribe to the channel, use code Prozeroyt, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.